The Phantom Network. Lydia stared at the missing persons report in disbelief, her fingers trembling as she pieced together the eerie patterns emerging from the data on her screen. Each disappearance was oddly meticulous, leaving no trace behind, almost as if the individuals had never existed at all. Determined to uncover the truth, Lydia plunged into her investigation, determined to find the connection between these vanished lives. She interviewed the families, desperate for clues, but every answer only deepened the chilling enigma surrounding the disappearances. Late one night, Lydia stumbled upon an encrypted file hidden within a public database, its contents baffling yet compelling. The file contained a list of names, all familiar, all vanished without a trace, each person tied to significant events. Lydia's breath caught as she realized the network's goal: they were erasing people, altering history by removing key players. She knew she had to dig deeper, but the more she uncovered, the more dangerous her investigation became. Lydia followed the digital breadcrumbs, leading her to an abandoned warehouse on the outskirts of the city. Inside, she found a hidden elevator that took her deep underground, to a world she never imagined existed. The facility was a maze of high-tech rooms, buzzing with the hum of powerful computers and surveillance equipment. Lydia barely had time to react when she saw a shadowy figure watching her from behind a row of monitors. The figure stepped into the light. It was Ethan, a former member of the network who had decided to turn against them. Ethan warned Lydia of the dangers she faced, explaining how the network erased individuals with advanced technology. The technology, he revealed, could manipulate memories, data, and even physical records, effectively wiping people from existence. Lydia's mind raced as she considered the implications. This network was far more powerful than she had ever imagined. Ethan offered to help Lydia, providing her with crucial information that could expose the network's sinister operations. Together, they formulated a plan to gather evidence, but they had to move quickly. The network was always watching. As they delved deeper, Lydia began to notice strange occurrences, as if someone or something was always one step ahead. Omar, a tech-savvy ally, joined their cause, helping them navigate the digital labyrinth of the network's operations. Omar's skills proved invaluable, allowing them to bypass security systems and access encrypted communications. Despite their progress, Lydia couldn't shake the feeling that they were being hunted, their every move anticipated. One night, while poring over data, Lydia's screen flickered, and a message appeared: "You are not safe, Lydia." Her heart pounded as she realized the network was onto them, and time was running out to expose the truth. Lydia's phone buzzed with an unknown number. A distorted voice on the other end warned her to abandon the investigation. The voice belonged to Mila, the enigmatic leader of the network, who had been tracking Lydia from the start. Mila's vision was to reshape history, erasing those who could interfere with her grand design for the future. Lydia refused to back down, her determination only growing stronger in the face of Mila's threats. With Omar's help, Lydia and Ethan traced the source of the network's power to a secret facility deep within the city. They knew this was their last chance to stop the network before it erased more lives and altered history irrevocably. The facility was heavily guarded, but Ethan's insider knowledge allowed them to infiltrate it undetected. Inside, they discovered a central server controlling the network's operations, the key to undoing the erasures. Omar hacked into the server, uploading the evidence they had gathered to expose the network to the world. But just as they were about to complete their mission, alarms blared, and armed operatives swarmed the facility. Lydia and Ethan fought their way through the chaos, determined to reach the control room and shut down the network. They reached the control room, but Mila was waiting for them, a calm smile on her face, confident in her power. Mila offered Lydia a choice: join the network and help shape a new world, or be erased like the others. Lydia refused, knowing that no one should have the power to rewrite history according to their own desires. With a surge of adrenaline, Lydia activated the shutdown sequence, bringing the network's operations to a halt. As the facility's lights flickered and died, Lydia, Ethan, and Omar barely escaped before the building imploded. Outside, they watched as the ground shook and the facility was swallowed by the earth, leaving no trace behind. The next day, news outlets around the world reported on the sudden exposure of the network's activities. The evidence Lydia had uploaded went viral, sparking outrage and calls for justice from people everywhere. Governments scrambled to address the scandal, as public pressure mounted to hold those responsible accountable. But Lydia knew the fight wasn't over. The network's operatives were still out there, seeking revenge. She went into hiding, changing her identity and staying off the grid, always watching her back. Despite the danger, Lydia remained committed to uncovering the truth, no matter the cost. She knew the network would try to rebuild, to continue their mission of manipulating history. Lydia vowed to stop them, to ensure that no more lives would be erased from existence. Ethan and Omar remained her allies, working from the shadows to support her in the ongoing battle. The network's influence began to wane, but Lydia stayed vigilant, aware of the ever-present threat. Mila was never captured, her whereabouts unknown, but Lydia suspected she was still out there, planning. Lydia's resolve hardened. She knew the fight against such powerful forces would be a lifelong struggle. Every day, Lydia gathered new information, preparing for the moment when the network would resurface. She continued her work as a journalist, exposing corruption and holding the powerful accountable. But the memory of those who had been erased haunted her, fueling her determination to never let it happen again. Lydia's story became a beacon of hope for others who fought against injustice and manipulation. The world had changed, but Lydia's mission remained the same: to protect the truth and ensure history was not rewritten. And so, the battle continued, with Lydia standing as a guardian of memory, always watching, always ready to act.